Hey guys, Brandon here with Exotic Cars 19 with another car washing video. This is only the second car washing video I've done with the GT350, but what's going to be different about this one is this is the first time I'm washing it on camera after it has its CQuartz ceramic coating on there. If you guys didn't see that video, it was like the same video I was talking about getting a resonator delete and all that stuff. I was talking about how I got about 3 or 4 layers of CQuartz ceramic coating on there my detailer put on. So I did a paint correction and then the CQuartz, and it makes a huge difference as far as just easy cleaning. The water rolls off like nothing else in the rain, and when I'm washing it, it dries very, very easily with a power washer. With a leaf blower, electric leaf blower, makes it super easy. So this is going to be another car washing video, except it's going to be ceramic coated, so you guys can see how that acts differently. And also we will be testing out some CarPro Reload. You could kind of treat this like a liquid wax, like a sealant, after you could put that on the car, and I'll show you guys how after the wash. But this kind of acts like ceramic without being ceramic. Like ceramic is kind of like goes on like liquid and then turns like rainbowish, and then like when it's that, you know, it's cured and you wipe it off, and then almost turns into like a glass, and it lasts mine should last anywhere from like 2 to 4 years or so, or even longer if I treat it right. Whereas the Reload is a liquid and it doesn't turn into a glass like ceramic, but that should last anywhere from 3 to 6 months or so, depending on usage and all that good stuff. So that, like I said, it acts like a ceramic, so like very hydrophobic. It repels water, beads it up very, very nicely, and makes the next wash very, very easy, which is what I'm going to show today. So in case this is the first car washing video you've seen of mine, all the links to the products that I've always been using will be in the video description box and the pinned comment. So feel free to check it out there. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and just foam it up. Alright, I thought I would stop before I foam the whole car just to show you how differently the foam is acting right now. You can just see that it's just streaming up and it just does not want to stick on there. So you could already see the hydrophobic properties of the ceramic. So the CarPro Reload will do that same thing as well. That's just the cool thing about putting the Reload on top of already ceramic. So it just kind of extends the life of the ceramic even more, which is probably a good thing because it's not the cheapest stuff in the world. As you can see on the link in the description as well, you probably pick it up on Amazon for a small bottle anywhere from like $50 to $100. But yeah, as you can see, I have not done this side. So I'll try to get a closer angle on this front quarter panel here, and hopefully you guys will be able to see just how it repels and just does not want to stick to the surface here. So that might not look too different to you guys if you haven't seen a whole lot of foam cannon videos before, but usually that would still be coated white, so you could just see how it's repelling and starting to stream right there, just how quickly it's running off here. Usually this stuff will stick on there because I put it on a dry car. Some people like to wet the car then put the foam on there, but the foam's already wet enough for me, so I just like to go directly with the foam cannon. And look at that, I mean that's like a majority blue panel already. I just put that on there. So yeah, this foam repels a lot quicker now with the ceramic. So yeah, anyway, we'll go ahead and let that settle and then just do straight water from the power wash, and you guys can see just how quickly it repels. I'll try to get some close-ups of that as well. Alright, so I just got through rinsing off the soap, so now it's just water, and it is crazy. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to pick that up. Yeah, you should. The water is just beating like crazy. If I just blew on that, that panel would probably be dry. So that's how the ceramic is. And even if you guys don't have ceramic on your car, this CarPro Reload should be able to give you that same properties for, I mean, at least 3 months from what people are saying. Alright, from here we're just going to go to the standard 2-bucket wash method. Man, I could just feel how different the car reacts to water just with this wash mitt just going back and forth here. It's just so slick. Alright, so I just finished washing the car and rinsing it off of all the soap, so now it's just drying it. So obviously just to reduce swirl marks and all that stuff, you guys know I like to touch the car as little as possible, so we'll just go ahead and use this electric leaf blower and just watch how the water acts now that has ceramic on it. Alright, so this is as dry as I was able to get it in a short amount of time without touching it. So I just kind of went over there. There's still obviously some things I'm going to go hand dry with the towel. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick it up. Some kind of water drops there in the center of the hood that I kept kind of moving around, just going to get it off the car. But for the most part, it looks really, really dry and clean. If I were to just stop right now, people would think that this car was freshly detailed, which, you know, it's not in a bad state, but obviously, being me, I'm going to keep on going, put some reload on there, dry it a little bit more as well. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, dry it by hand and the door well and all that kind of stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and apply some of that reload. Alright, now the entire car is clean. You can pretty much leave it like this and you kind of have a standard car wash, but we're going to go ahead and put some reload on here. If you do not have ceramic, you can still use this, and it just acts like a short-term ceramic, like I said, without turning into that hardened glass type, well, what ceramic is. If you do have ceramic, this is just extra protection on there. I've already explained that plenty of times, so I'm probably just a broken record, but we're going to go ahead and turn this on. The way you apply this, you don't let this stuff cure. Let me just make sure that's all clean. So you don't let this stuff cure. You pretty much spray it on there, wipe it around. You don't let it cure. You get a dry side of this towel. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this up into fours while I'm talking. But yeah, you pretty much wipe it around, then get a dry side of the towel, and then with that dry side, you kind of take all the excess out. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to try to catch all the excess, but you spray it directly onto the surface like that. With one side, I'm going to go ahead, put that down. I'm going to go ahead and just wipe this around. It's going to start streaking a little bit, but that's okay. Just wipe it around all over. You do not have to let it cure. Get a dry side of this. And you start to wipe that down until that streaking goes away. And right now that feels like glass, like really, really nice waxed glass. So you don't have to put a lot of pressure on there. You're putting a sealant, not a abrasive thing on there. Hopefully that wind's not too buffeting, but anyway, there we go. Now I just have a little bit of lint on there, and that blows off really, really nicely. Just on the back of my finger, that just feels incredibly, incredibly slick. I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the rest of the car, and I'll come back to you guys. Alright guys, so we're all done. Ceramic, or not just ceramic, but the reload is also on the entire car. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some water on here so you guys can see just how it acts. But just feeling it right here, don't usually want to touch my car, but this just feels unbelievably smooth, very, very slick. Any dust on there just kind of comes off very easily. So we have some water here. I'm going to go ahead and pour it right here as well. You can see all the streaks, and what's left is a little bit of beading and just rolls off. So you can just get a towel on that. And this is soft water too, so I'm not too concerned doing this after a wash. But you could just see how it just snakes down here. Super easy. If I did on more of a slanted surface like this, it's like nothing on there. Look at that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what ceramic does. So I've driven this in the rain, and it just rolls off like nothing. And I mean, if I wanted to, the car did look dirty, but if I wanted to, I could have probably just did a touchless wash. That's probably a good idea for a future video. I wanted to just do a full touchless wash like I've done before, but now that it has ceramic and reload on there, see if I could just foam cannon it, power wash it, leaf blower, dry, don't even touch it. It'll probably turn out really, really nicely. But as you can see, these really, really nice beads here just come off like nothing. So if I wanted to, I could just take more air to this without even towel drying it, and it would come out really, really nicely. And it took like no effort to dry that again. I mean, that water was pretty much out of there. I just barely touched it with a dry towel, and it is just so much easier to care for. And both the ceramic and the reload individually will kind of pop this color out even more, especially lightning blue, as active of a color as it is. But even on white paint, like I've done with the Stingray before, it definitely will make a difference. It's just a brighter paint, even on the white vinyl. The reload and ceramic individually, and especially together, bring out this really, really great shine to it. But yeah, no, definitely happy with the results. So again, I will put the link in the description to the 2-speed leaf blower, the power washer, electric power washer, and of course the reload, as well as whatever else I could have used here, the gold class soap and whatnot. But anyway, that's just a quick video. I guess I'm gonna have to repark the car, which is an excuse to record the startup. But so I guess I'll end you guys on that note. But thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see you on the next one.